To men, build you a log cabin on the edge of the earth. What's good? What's going on, my skin pulse? Welcome to the channel. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. Get the word out. Show your love. All right, let's talk about it. So we're living in a time when we're saturated with information. And it's a beautiful time because individuals such as myself can get on here and give advice or speak on certain subject matters. But what's happened is people are not seeing the trap of the falsehood of information, because here's what happens: people trend tends to gravitate towards where the money is at. So platforms such as Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, there's a certain rhythm that you must follow to get the money. So we've moved away from mainstream media, and now we've moved towards content creators. But they also, content creators have livelihoods. They have lifestyles they want to keep up. So you're going to find yourself that what was once good, YouTube, I feel like YouTube has been good for the longest time, will become compromised. And the reason why that is like people follow dating advice that favors better outcomes. I'll give my tips on investment based on what's trending. I'm not saying me personally, I'm generalizing here. So people will favor things that are trending. That's why you have things like the hot tour lady trending, and you got like, you got things like single motherhood, battle, race baiting, things like that trending, because that these are the things people will gravitate towards. So a man has to be logical, because your life is finite. I've said this many times. You have a beginning and you have an ending. So you don't want to be just susceptible to anything that comes within your focal core front and just take it in and then regurgitate that. A lot of people are unoriginal. A lot of people are unoriginal. They lack any type of cognitive reasoning on their own. They lack original thought, to put it simply. So if you want to survive in this world and craft yourself a life that's beautiful, you have to determine what is good for you, information-wise. What makes you happy? Okay? What makes you happy? And then who would you like around you? And have your little cottage on the edge of the earth. And then, like a bowerbird, I should say. It collects treasures that are important to it. Okay? So you as a man has to go, okay, I got this piece of nugget of wisdom. It belongs in my cottage, in my little log wooden cottage on the edge of the earth. Why on the edge of the earth? Because when we become into this world, we get saturated by and bombarded by information. The music genres are not to our favor. The Hollywoods are not is not up to our taste, but we participate. There's a lot of back and forth online about subject matters. The content, oftentimes from media, even now content creators, revolves around the sameness of everything else, nothing unique. So if you want to live a life that's contrary to that, you take the good and you harbor it there in your little cottage and create your own peaceful environment. Because the world wants to dominate you as a person. The world wants to control you the way you think. They want to control the way your behavior. They want to understand you using AI and manipulate you. So it's your job to build you a little cabin on the edge of the earth, where you come into the earth and scour out, forage, find nuggets, and then take it there. And should there be individuals that want to travel with you in that lifestyle, then they belong to that cabin as well. This is not about a lone walk, a lone ranger thing. It can be, for the most part. I think sometimes it needs to be, for the sake of the fact that a lot of people do not subscribe to reason and common sense. So you have to build your safe haven. You have to build your little environment where the truth is the truth. It's not your truth, my truth. We know I subscribe to the biblical worldview. Okay, you don't have to, but that's what I do. So you have your little wooden cottage, your log cabin on the edge of earth. That's your peace, your tranquility. Anybody that goes there has to be checked, vetted, and approved. And then, because if you immerse yourself too much in the wetness of this earth of what was going on, even online, there's conversations about foolish things. I give an example about the Haktor thing. Like, you go online and the trending things are just the most foolish things. You get the BET people twerking, and that's the thing that's trending. That's the discussion on the subject, on the matter, and people are reacting to that. At some point, you're like, is this important? Is this important to me? I know it's a subject now, but what we're consuming is very tainted, very little wholesome information. And wholesome information is withheld. So you got whatever Sexy Red is doing is trending. Whatever Gorilla is doing is trending. But whatever is wholesome, you don't see. So you got to build your own space where you craft your own existence. You're not absent from the earth. You're not absent from the world. You come in and do your thing. You create individuals that resonate with your lifestyle. You create according to the information that is known, true and factual. We heard a lot about COVID-19 before it happened. Now we know more. You create that information. You heard a lot about vaccines. You hear about campaigns. But don't get caught up in the whirlwind of the world, because the internet is about fads and trends. Curate that word as a man, because you cannot lead anybody without that. You can even lead yourself. And one of the biggest thing about leadership is, before you lead anybody, you got to lead yourself. So that message, I think, is important for us to understand, that craft a world which is removed from this nonsense that we got going on. Because next week there's going to be a new trend. Or last week was, this person did this. This person got BBL. This person slept with this person. It never ends. So you got to create your own peace of mind. And then when people subscribe to your way of thinking, you be like, okay, this person is fit enough to go into my little log cabin on the edge of the earth. All right. Hopefully this message finds you well. Peace, love, and blessing.